Oh, hello, and welcome to the Gray Sweatpants Podcast, episode 11.
Dude, this is
Big numbers.
JRE 2.0.
We're moving to Texas. Can we get a name for our listeners? Like, do we want to like the Panthers? Gray Gang?
No, Bulge.
No.
The Bulge Gang.
The Bulgers.
The Bulgers.
There you
It's
go.
like Folgers, but
Yeah.
Bulgers.
Folgers, but Bulgers.
Yeah, you got.
Can't only have
Bulgers in
one
your
cup.
Pants.
The Bulgers, I like it. Bulgers or Bulges?
Bulges.
Bulges.
It's got to be Bulges.
Bulges.
All caps,
Like
too. All caps.
BULLJIZZ. Bulges.
Bulges.
All caps.
We'll
The
think
Bulges.
about how we want to call, our listeners. Bulges, we'll call. I don't like it because it sounds like bull jizz.
The Bulges.
Bulgers,
I think
it's like
the
you
best
can't
part of-
really like mess that one up. Bull jizz is like, yeah, man, we really like bulls at jizz.
I think
Nice.
the best part of waking up is Bulgers in my pants.
Perfect.
Oh, shit.
Now, that doesn't mean no matter what size you are, we've talked about this, no matter what size you are, you can be a bulger. It's fine. You just got to
You
find different ways to make it happen.
You might just have to
tighter
buy
the
smaller
pants.
pants. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those
Tighter the
banana
pants.
holsters. Have you seen those things?
No.
Maybe
Put a
tie a
frozen
cucumber to the end of your
banana.
dick.
Just like a little sleeve underwear where you stick a banana in it. Gives you a fake bulge.
So I'd had to bring up, our rivals, Joe Rogan, because that's who we're heading for.
Oh, yeah.
Top spot. And if he keeps saying stupid shit like this, he might get kicked off the platform, and we come in, swoop in. I'm already
we'll
in
take over.
talks with Spotify, hitting them up, being like, hey,
We'll take his
get that
deal.
same- Yeah.
Yeah.
We won't be super conservative or anything like that. Just straight to the point. Facts. So he, on a Thursday episode of the podcast, he was talking about like the White House and Dr. Fauci and
Tony?
He is the homie Tony, Aunt
Big
Fauci,
Big Tony.
Big T. He knows a thing or two about this whole thing.
Because he's seen a
So-
thing or two.
This is a quote taken straight from Joe Rogan's lips. He said, "I am not an anti-vax person. In fact, I said I believe they're safe and I encourage many people to take them. My parents were vaccinated. I just don't think if you're a young, healthy person, you need it." You let that one soak in.
Dude, he's got so much shit for that. I like how he had to start with, I'm not an anti-vax person. That's like saying,
Yeah.
don't get offended, but
Well, so the biggest point about all of it is that even though like the kids aren't being affected, and we all know this, we've known this since like the beginning, they're one of the biggest spreaders. They can still have it, and then they're just out here spreading the shit.
I don't remember who it was, but I heard somebody say something about if you see a little kid wearing a mask, you should call the police. Call the police immediately because
This was
that
that
is
the news guy, something Turner.
some shit like that.
He's like the son of the Swan food that
oh,
like gets delivered.
yeah. With the fake hair.
Yeah, he's on Fox News, and he
Tucker.
Yes, Tucker.
Yeah.
Whatever his first
he's
name
like,
is.
He's like, call the cops because it's child abuse and you should treat it the same way as if they're hitting their children.
He's like, it was like stupid. He's like, you don't want your kids getting hit, right? So why do you want them to wear a mask? He's like,
What?
you need to call Child Protective Services and make sure that they know that is harming your child.
But what is it harming? Yeah, exactly.
That's-
You don't understand. It's like, you don't want your kid to die, right? You don't want your kid shot in the face. So, yeah, it's the
Joe
same thing.
always says stupid shit like this though. He's always saying dumb shit like, "Hey, I don't know what I'm talking about, but you better listen to me."
I stopped listening to him a couple of years ago. I used to really like him because I liked his guests, and he had like some interesting takes on certain things. And he'd bring in like Frog's gay dude. What's his name? I'm drawing a blank.
Alex Jones, that loud ass dude.
Yeah. He'd bring Alex Jones on, and you'd be like, okay, this guy's an idiot. But then ever since he left California and went to Texas, it's like the only people he gets is like macho army gun-toting boys that are anti everything. So it's just, I don't know. I stopped listening to it because then all of a sudden, like Joe now is like, oh yeah, hell yeah, nobody needs to get the vaccine.
He was taking all that shit back though.
Yeah, because he probably doesn't want to lose his deal with Spotify.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying it's clickbait, dude.
Well, Joe's always so, like, usually in the middle of things. He doesn't usually agree with either side. He tries to stay middle-ish for the most part.
Which is why it's weird that he took
Until
this...
as of late,
Yeah.
now he's like very like, yeah, this is how I feel. And it's like, that's not really why I listen to you, because you were very like the moderator. You just kind of be there to get the conversation going. He's super good at interviewing, but then now it's been like, okay, so here's my opinion, and it's usually like very wrong lately.
Maybe he got
That's his opinion.
Maybe he got his bag and now he's like, fuck you guys, I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want to say.
Maybe he found out that they're shoving it up people's butts, and he didn't want that. He didn't want the kids to have to go through that.
I feel like at that point you want the kids to go through it. You don't want old people to die from with getting shots up their ass.
They get to discover their. And I'm not even gonna say it. No, I'm not talking about kids like that.
Joe's afraid to find out about his sexuality.
True.
I wonder if he has it. He probably considers himself super healthy.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I would. You know, it's one of those things where like he probably doesn't say that he has it just because he'd probably lose a lot of listeners.
Yeah.
Because you know, I go to the gym and you got these like macho man dudes, and I'm not a big fan of my gym because they're like anti-mask, which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And these dudes will be so like transparent on their like Instagrams, like I hate all this shit. Nobody should wear a mask. The vaccines are made up and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, I don't know.
Just taking that take. I'm telling you, dude, he got his money and he's like, fuck you guys. I'm going to say whoever, whatever, wherever.
I mean, he's got so much money that this isn't going to, I mean, nothing, I don't think anything will ever hurt him. He just probably he shouldn't say certain things because I guarantee he likes doing this stuff.
I want Joe to go back to discussions like grizzly bear versus gorilla. Who wins? That's the Joe Rogan I want.
Bringing up goofy ass, like random conspiracies about monkeys and chips.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I want.
And maybe he still talks about that. But like I said, what's completely turned me off from his podcast is this like stupid conservative talk. But the poor conservatives now just got hit with a big right hook. Bye-bye to the wall.
Bye-bye.
Big right hook. So
was that today?
Yeah, it was earlier today, dude. I got a buddy, pretty close friend that, which is crazy considering my views on this, but he works on his last 2 years have been dedicated to the wall. That's what he's been working on. He's been hyped. I think he met Trump like twice.
Really?
For the last 3 months, he's sat on his ass doing nothing, waiting to figure out whether or not he's going to be able to start working on this, and whether or not they haven't been able to do anything. Like they can't build any money to this project. Like they've literally just sat around and like organized shit, clean stuff, nothing worth construction, nothing worth bringing stuff down.
So and you already know all these conservative people are just gonna be rushing in like all the jobs. Like
no, what they're that. And they're also probably going to be like, oh my God, think of all the money it's going to cost to tear all this down now.
Think about all the fucking money it costs to put the damn thing up. Like, why? I still don't understand any of it. Because it's like, you know, there's this shit. There's some jobs out there that like you and I do not want to do. But whoever comes over here they don't care. They're like, get me over here. I want to work. That's all I care about. I just want to work.
Well, dude, and the thing is, okay, you put up a wall. You might slow people down, but you're not going to stop them.
Yeah.
What's
article, Ups and Downs, Trump's 27 million a mile border wall being scaled with a $5 ladder.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I just
These people cross rivers in like fucking plastic bags filled with like water bottles to float. Like they build boats. they're not about to stop because they see a wall. They're not gonna turn around after this long ass trip and be like,
They just
oh,
trekked
fuck.
through like what the desert for like days.
And probably dozen countries.
I think they'd much rather die than go back. So they're like,
Well, yeah,
screw it,
exactly.
I'm climbing this wall.
No shit.
I just don't
that's
understand.
insane.
Like, hey, I still don't understand how our process is so intense to get people to be citizens here.
I feel like
'Cause
that's
their
the biggest
stupid
problem.
that's their stupid ass complaint all the time. Well, if they really want to be in this country, they can go through citizenship. It's fucking expensive, and that goofy ass test you and I will not.
No,
pass.
it's expensive. It takes like 10 to 15 years. You still have to like grow the pair of balls to go do this. You think about these people are people that are afraid to like even go to like a post office or something to drop off mail because they don't want people to find out that they're here.
Right.
They're not going to show up to a fucking courthouse or wherever you go drop off these applications in fear that they're going to get arrested.
Yeah.
Don't you have to have like a sponsorship too and everything like
It's a
that?
fucking
like,
mess,
you have to
dude.
like get somebody to help you out to start with. So it's like
They make it almost impossible to be a citizen here unless you have some source of like decent income, and it's just
dude.
not. Yeah.
But it works. China's got a wall. You don't see any Mexicans in China.
I don't see any
Yeah.
like where's Genghis Khan at? I haven't
ours
seen
was
him
only
yet.
an okay wall.
Yeah.
Biden's like, okay, we're halting this because we see over in China, there's no Mexicans topping the border over there, so we're gonna
Boom.
build the Great Wall too.
He also saw Game of Thrones. He didn't see any Mexicans crossing the ice wall.
Oh yeah, good point. I think an ice wall would do great down south.
Oh yeah.
In the South.
Oh yeah. You'd probably see the Mexicans scraping it up and making like snow cones out of it or
Like
selling
in
it to
little
other
carts.
people. Oh yeah. These people are wild.
Make it a whole business. I mean, it's one of those things. It's like if you're going to make the argument that you are sick of them coming over, taking the jobs, doing this and that, well, then make it easier for them to like, even if it was some cheesy thing where it's like you come over here, you do a certain set of hours, you do some community service, you do this and that or whatever, and we'll
Or just
reduce
have
the
them
fee.
register.
Yeah,
If you're gonna have them come, if people are gonna come through anyways, just have them register when they come in, and then you can make money off of them.
Yeah.
and
Think of
all they want to do is work. That's why
yeah,
they just want
and
to
all the
work.
government wants is money, so you can make money off of all these fucking people.
But we always make it a statement that like it's like no, you don't deserve to be here, and I'm like I've never understood it, and I probably
What have
never
you
will.
done to deserve to be here? You were just lucky enough to be born here.
You
Exactly.
asshole.
No. So what's gonna happen to your buddy then? Does he know?
No, so we were talking about it today actually, and they were talking about sending him to Canada or Colorado, or he works for a company that's like that, to where it's just like another number, and they basically just send you wherever they need you. So he's just sitting on his ass.
So is
Didn't he
in
buy a
Horny, though,
house?
right now?
No, they didn't buy a house. They're living in an apartment. His wife still works, so and I think he's getting paid a per diem per the company.
Yeah.
So it's
Well, I
it's
was
a
reading
fucking
here
mess.
that more, and I'll let Aaron say what he's gonna say.
Well, I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
That was
Well,
Minor answered it.
I was just gonna say they're saying. Well, I guess this was 2019. More than 120 projects would be adversely affected by Trump's move. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that just like with the oil thing, a lot of people are gonna lose their jobs. But I mean, they can go find another job. There's better jobs out there than building a dumb wall that, I mean, lack of a better, the racist wall. That's what it is. And then this goofy ass oil pipeline that runs through the middle of the country. So, no, it's fine.
dude. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm anti stupid shit.
I'm pro this next topic though. I like this topic. Holy shit! I didn't realize that.
Are you
was
sure?
true.
Aaron said he's super conservative, so he said you don't like
Oh
this
yeah,
one.
I said that.
Yeah,
I never
They
You
realized.
didn't
Please
read that
don't call me
article
that
last
at
week that
work.
came out that said Chip Skylark. I forgot the voice, the guy who actually does the voice. So
Chris Kirkpatrick.
Aaron is what it was, I think it was. And he said, I am pro everything that is against other people. So like the wall and the oil pipeline.
And
But
Pepsi.
but he's also pro anti-vaccine. So
All right.
I hate
So-
to hear it.
I forgot about that.
100 million just here in the States?
Yeah, so this is the White House said there's 100 million Americans fully vaccinated against COVID-19. Baby round of applause for that one. That's awesome.
That's insane.
And you guys are
think
almost up for round 2, right?
Mine's tomorrow.
Is it? Oh, fuck. You finna die.
Yeah.
Do you have the butthole loosened up?
Gotta go back to my old high school and get it up the butt.
Nice.
No. Brings back memories.
Maybe they've changed it because like when they did it to me, I'm finally like better today. It took me a whole week to get better.
Maybe they changed it.
You think
Yeah.
the 100th million person to get vaccinated got like a prize?
Yeah, they actually shoved it up his pee hole. It was a
There was
dude.
like fire up his pee-hole. That's like fireworks everywhere.
And he's just standing there, dick out. He's like, oh, all right.
Can you take
It's
it out,
like,
please?
there's like 5 people in the country who've tried up their ass, and then you're the first to get the 100th.
Yeah.
And then I hear that, and I'm like, well, there was only 5 people. I thought everyone was getting that done. That's why I felt like shit all week.
The curtains drop. Everybody sees them. They're all clapping. Yeah, woo.
His dick just out.
It's like in like the TV shows where like you're the 100th customer, and then like the thing drops down.
Yeah.
It's like everything drops down. He's just butt ass naked. with a
Or
needle
it's
up
like
his dick.
or it's like The Price is Right. Jeffrey something, come on down. He's like, woo, woo. Dick
Oh,
out
wow,
and
this kind of hurts. That's awesome. So Biden out here just steamrolling all the conservative people. I feel
Honestly,
bad
I didn't
for him.
even know. I thought he'd been sleeping this whole time.
He's so good at this shit. He's doing it in his sleep. He's so good at this that he's probably catching up on his sleep so much. He's so sleepy.
Sleepy.
And I
No,
love
he
that.
woke.
That name's so cute.
Biden woke.
Sleepy Biden woke now. Now he's woke. He
Yo,
tore down the wall.
evolution. He's evolved his new form.
Soon it's gonna be like all of them are gonna be tweeting and be like, "Ah, "Wow, must be nice that Biden's now woke." It's like, hasn't
Hell
he
yeah.
always been woke?
They say you're not like fully vaccinated until 2 weeks after receiving the second dose.
Yep.
Really?
So they say, I think it was maybe, and I could be wrong. I thought it was like 80% for your first one. So up to like the second one, it's like 80, and then like the week after, you're like at 90 on your second shot, and then 2 weeks after, you're like 98%.
Shit. So if somebody coughs on you, you could still die.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the point of it's so that way if you do get it, like it's
You're
not
not
going to
dying.
be
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah. You've got
I'm just sick of
whatever,
being-
the antibodies or whatever to fight it.
I've got the dumb immune system that's like still going to town. Like I'm still a little like dizzy today, but like it just won't stop.
Maybe
I've
I've
got-
got
maybe-
mid podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. Yo, so yeah, for everybody, an update. After the podcast ended last time, Vin just fell over. We were
Yeah.
kind of scared for him.
Yep.
We were gonna start recording again.
Off camera. Yeah.
We were gonna start recording again, but he's got
We
the
cut
button,
that
so
part
we
out,
couldn't.
Yeah. We actually had CGI then for the last 20 minutes.
It costs a lot of money.
It was like no, it wasn't CGI. It was like what the fuck's that movie? Weekend at Bernie's. Vin's cat was just moving. Vin's mouth.
His hand was up my butthole and moving my lips. And I'm back now.
And
Or
you're
so you think.
Or is it just
Or so you
still the cat?
Yeah.
So you think. Oh fuck! You feel
So-
better though?
I mean, yeah, yes and no. It like comes and goes. I hope it's not like that for anybody because right now I'm anti-vaccine because you just
Yeah,
I
but
stand
you're
up
young
too
and
fast.
you're young and healthy.
Maybe that's why I should have taken
You
it.
weren't supposed to get it. Yeah.
Young and healthy, my body's like, why are you doing this?
The
Punish
fuck you doing?
Now we're
Did
gonna
you listen
kill
to Joe?
Yeah. You fell for it, you fool. My body knew that the chip was going inside of me, and now it's trying to reject it. Unlike all you normies out there,
Maybe you just need
your
a
body just
software
accepts
update.
it. My body's like, no, get this out of me.
Maybe
And
you
then I'm
just
gonna
need
be
a
in the
software
toilet
update.
peeing, and there's gonna be a little chip that pops out.
I think it'd be painful coming out.
Well, if it could fit in that needle, it's got to be like microscopic.
True.
So I don't even know how I'm gonna know it's just gonna beep when it pees out.
It's just gonna fizz when it hits the
Yo,
toilet.
did my pee just beep? What? Why is there blood everywhere? This will be graphic. I'll keep you guys updated when that one happens.
Yeah,
Record it, please. Live stream.
You guys are gonna be totally normal after your shot. You're gonna be like, oh, I don't feel anything. It's like, yeah, because you're one of those sheep, and your chip's just linking up with your DNA just fine, isn't it?
Probably, yeah, exactly. I already have so much like electronic stuff. I feel like my body just will accept it.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
it'll be sick. I'm excited
Yeah,
for you.
I'll be
And
able
then
to
an
turn
old
off.
podcast
If you
before
could get
you
a
were.
chip,
What's that?
if you could get a chip, would you?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, exactly. I was
What's
talking
weird about
that
this
the other
chip,
day.
and we talked about this in a past episode, though, is this is a chip where they're taking, like, Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk are going to brainwash us, send us up
It's
to
like an
Mars.
on-off switch.
Yeah, and we're going to work for them, like, up there, which is really cool, like Amazon on Mars, like SpaceX on Mars, but we're going to be their sex slaves. Yeah.
I'd rather just my chip like have like my
You have no
credit card,
choice.
a debit card attached to it, so I can just like put my
That's
hand near
cool.
the
Yeah,
sensor.
that'd be nice.
Or like as I'm approaching my car, like this hand sensor, you know, it detects the chip and it starts my car up for me.
Well, you
Yeah,
tell
but what
that
if
to the
somebody
liberals.
hacks you? Yeah. What if somebody hacks you?
Well, how do you hack a chip? Like, it's not going to do anything to me. I mean, it's the same as them getting my bank card.
But
number.
that's the type of questions that people always. What if somebody hacks your chip?
That's
Oh
exactly
my
what, that's
God.
what Elon's doing, and Bezos. They're hacking your chip, and you're going to Mars, and you're going to have sex with him
I
forever.
want Google to hack my
until you-
chip.
It's going to be like Google articles, how to jailbreak my chip.
Yeah.
How to add cool ringtones to my chip?
You end up accidentally like corrupting it, and you're just like kind of brain dead.
Can I get Flappy Bird on my chip, please?
your whole chip just becomes like a phone, and it even vibrates too. It's perfect for you. Know,
Your hand is just.
Nice. I'll have a lot of good
For
like
her,
uses
you
for
know.
that. No,
For
for
her.
me. For me. I won't even have to jerk off anymore. I can just set vibration to my finger and just hold it there, and it's like done. It's so much easier.
Just call yourself
finish.
or something. Poop fit.
Boom, finish, done.
boom, finish.
It'll be sick too. I can set it to vibrate when I wipe my butt.
Get it extra clean. Yeah.
When you're
Yeah.
showering. Just.
Yeah, you jailbreak it. So that way,
okay.
like,
We
what?
need vibrate functions. That's it. We don't need chips. We just need a vibrate function.
that'll be you when you have to get your gas station chip because you won't be able to afford it. So the only thing that'll do is like vibrate sometimes. It's like the little kid like smartphones that you give them. They're like, oh, it vibrates and sends fake text messages. Your chip's gonna be like that. So you'll
Oh,
get,
it
like, fake
vibrates.
text messages like, oh, it's your wife. Oh, it's my wife texting me. She's asking how I'm doing. Oh, but I
just
thought you
sends
didn't.
emojis.
You didn't, you didn't have a wife, did you? Oh no, I don't. The chip for the lonely people.
I kind of want one though.
Dude, be nice, huh?
Mine would be sitting on his hand for too long.
How do you charge it?
You shove it up your butt. The charge port's
It's
up
like
there.
your phone with the wireless connection. You just as you sleep, you have to put your hand on the wireless charger.
I'm getting my wireless charger implanted into my butthole.
I feel
Stick
like
it up.
I'd rather have it in somebody else's butthole because that's kind of
It's universal. It'll work on
Okay,
anybody's. As long as
perfect.
they get the upgrade.
So you just
No.
get a chain of people sticking their hands into each other's butt and create a full circle.
You go to Starbucks, everybody's just
You
standing
gotta
in
be
a circle.
careful though, because there's some people that like think about like a car. You buy your baseline car, but you're like, I really wanted that cool upgrades that were on that other car. I just really couldn't afford it at the time. But then you buy like really cheesy aftermarket parts, and your car blows up like next week. It's kind of like that, so be careful.
Or it's
if
like
you find out your friend has the like great value chip charger in their butt, you might be losing your finger.
yeah, it's like I really like
Stick your
hanging out
whole
with
hand up
Aaron.
there in
I
the-
really like hanging out with Aaron, but Vin's butt charges a lot faster. Maybe I'll go hang out with him today.
I got the lightning charger in my ass. Aaron found like a quick charger at the gas station and he just shoved it up there.
One of those buy three for like $10.
Yeah, stuck my hand in there, and then when I pulled it back out, it was just a wrist.
It gets like super unregulated. This is just sounding like super dystopian, and I love it.
I think I need one of
Welcome
these
to the
chips.
cyberpunk future. But
Speaking of dystopian, I mean, how about like seeing that the headline now is Logan Paul and Mayweather are going to fight each other?
Dude, that sounds like something out of not even a movie. It sounds like something out of The Onion, or like
Yeah.
It's like what the fuck? Like
Well, obviously, the brother's one-upping the other brher. It's like, oh, you
Yeah.
fought an MMA guy? Well, I'm fighting the best boxer in the world.
ever, yeah. It's like it doesn't make any fucking sense. It's like if I said, oh yeah, not even I. It's like if, well yeah, like if I said, hey, I'm gonna go play basketball against LeBron next week.
That's insane. And Mayweather's like, I just want money. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Maybe both of them are like, I just want money. I mean, and that's what's getting annoying is I feel like, and I could be wrong, but I feel like the kickoff for all this like goofy ass celebrity boxing was like when McGregor fought Mayweather.
I agree.
This is like what kicked the whole thing off.
I agree.
And now you've got, but like it's worse now. It's like at least McGregor was like a real fighter.
Yeah.
And then he had Mayweather, who was like
Well,
an
they
actual
were-
boxer.
They were both at that point the best at their sport.
Right. And then you've got like Logan Paul, who doesn't box,
But he
fighting.
was like the best at like Vine, remember?
Yeah,
He was
so
the best
he's the
at
GOAT.
something. Yeah.
yeah. So chill. Get off the sack.
That's I know. And I would love if it wasn't this like fake fight for money, I would love to see it like him just getting knocked out.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the problem, dude. All of these fights end in knockouts.
But Mayweather's never been beat, right?
Never, ever. 50-0.
Yeah, there's no way that Logan's going to be the first one that wins.
That's why it's so irritating because all these fights end in knockouts. Every single one. Because that's, that sells.
Yeah.
It's more
There's-
interesting.
All of Mayweather's fights go the distance because half of it is just him backing
Exactly.
up,
Yeah, he's just
dodging.
him. He's fast. I get that. It makes for a very boring fight. But he's just
that's-
sitting there like.
But
dodging
that's
the
why
whole
he
time.
wins.
Yeah. He outlasts them. He tires them out.
So I don't see how the fuck this YouTube dude, he's a podcaster now. Like that's his shit is that podcast. And I don't see how the fuck you think in any idea in your head, I can hit this guy. Not only can I hit this guy, I can hit him once and knock him out.
There's an Onion article that says promoter confirms boxing match between Floyd Mayweather and YouTuber Olivia Jade. So some girl YouTuber, and it's like, it's been confirmed. They both sound ridiculous.
Dude, what the fuck?
I would love to
don't
see
even
like
know.
Mike Tyson against Jake Paul now. Just make him just more and more ridiculous.
Oh, no shit. Or have him. Didn't KSI beat the shit out of Logan Paul?
Yes. That's because like
Yeah.
KSI is like yeah, I guess by this point
No,
now, he's, like, a
KSI is
legit
another
boxer.
YouTuber.
Yeah.
But he's like proven that he's like a legit boxer.
Yeah.
Neither one of those two, neither Jake nor Logan, has proved that they are like a legit boxer.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
They haven't fought anybody that's worthwhile.
I don't know, dude. But I agree. It's a big cash grab. If you could fight anybody, who would you fight? Or if you could do something like this, where you're going into somebody's arena, you're doing it against the best. What do you think gets you the most cash?
I'm gonna fight you.
No, you know what it is? It's a sex scene with Johnny Sins.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
I know he does like
Mad
like
cash,
cameos.
bro.
How much do you think it costs for me to be part of like one of his porns?
That's what I mean. No. What do you mean cost? I'm making all the money.
This would be awesome. I would love this. Like headline porns. It's
Yeah.
like
What do you mean cost? You think Logan Paul's paying for this? He's just
Jake
gonna make
Paul
shit ton of
and
cash.
Johnny Sins in a sex tape. Pay-per-view.
It's every day, ho.
Johnny Sins and Johnny Vin.
Yeah. Catch it on his OnlyFans. That'd be sick. Johnny Sins, if you're listening right now, this
he
is
have
like $1
an
million
OnlyFans?
idea.
Yeah, I'm telling you, get all three of us on there. Fuck.
Oh yeah.
We could start. Honestly, we don't need him, like just for like experimental purposes.
Yeah, probably for practice. I mean,
Yeah,
practice.
yeah, for practice. That's what we're gonna call it. Just the three of us, and we're just practicing.
Yeah.
We'll start our OnlyFans, and we'll just get at it.
Hopefully, we
A lot of money
invite
in
other
that,
people.
so-
What's that? Some sort of
said-
crowd.
Yeah, hopefully we invite other people. Not just
Well,
us three?
like it's just like the podcast. We're kind of starting off now, so we got to like keep practicing with each other.
Fuck.
So that's kind of how it's gonna have to be. Maybe
Okay.
by like episode 100 of our OnlyFans pay-per-view, will we have some guests on there?
But then we'll have experience under our belt like Johnny does.
Yeah.
$100 for $100.
There, dude.
That's what we're doing.
Headline.
Yep.
Imagine that shit in Broadway.
I know.
In Broadway.
I would love for like in the future just to get so weird that like on Broadway it's just famous
Making a musical
OnlyFans girl
version
and
of
dude
it.
are on Broadway fucking.
Yeah. Okay. In the back alley in Broadway.
It's kind of like Amsterdam. I'm kind of bummed we didn't go last year because like there's shit like that where you walk into a room, you put some coins in, and the window's like fogged, and when you put the coins in, it unfogs the window, and there's just two people fucking, and it's like a circle room, so you can see like the dude across the hall or across like the way jerking off too.
Hell yeah. I like that idea. Make eye
You can go in
contact.
with like people by yourself, doesn't matter, and then you just see like random people on display having sex.
I'm telling you, dude, we can be millionaires.
I know. We bring that shit over here. It's kind of illegal, but if we make it a show, I think it makes it legal.
Yeah, I mean, if we make a big deal out of it, like they're doing this boxing match, somebody will be okay with it.
Somebody will be okay with it. Well, like
I
you
love
watch
it.
like old movies, like
Old
the,
porn.
the Taxi Driver one or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And like he was like an insomniac and he couldn't sleep or whatever. And he like at one point a couple times, and he brings that girl on a date with him, and they just like go to the like porno theater, and they just like are watching it. And there's just other people. That seems just really odd to me.
I miss
Like,
it.
do those?
They're
Yeah.
all just jerking. Imagine the smell of those places.
I think they still exist.
Stand it.
You walk in and all you're just,
I kind of figured they probably have to some places still like be a thing.
it's just jizz dripping off from the ceiling. All the
don't know. I
seats are
think these people
sticky.
just go there and hang out. They're having fun. They're not
Oh,
even
they hang
there.
out.
I don't. There's. I mean, some people. There's probably like the regulars that just go just to watch and hang out. You know.
Let's
Yeah.
see. Cora will
even
tell
get-
me, how do you find adult cinemas and they still a thing?
They gotta be.
I mean, it sounds like it's a real thing. I just, yeah. So it sounds like, I don't know. It's one of those things where like it phased away from, going to the movie theater. You might as well just watch it at home
Yeah.
where it's like there.
Shut up.
But I'm waiting for
free.
these. You see, I'm bringing, my goal in life is to be a big budget porn director. And I'm talking
Director.
big screen, I want to be like
AMC's
I make a
playing your
whole
movies.
Marvel universe, my own twist on it though, and I make like Avengers style events for my porns.
Crossovers no one ever expected.
Yeah, billions of dollars to the point where like I'm convincing these high paid actors like Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr. to come into my porns, guest cameo. Not
I
even
like
have
it.
to do anything.
You've got the entire cast of the Avengers.
Sounds like
on
you just
your
want an
set.
Avengers porn.
No, listen. So this is how I'm picturing it. For the first Avengers, I've got everybody. I've got, Black Widow. I've got.
You got to start out
Hawkeye.
slow.
Chill. Listen. So I've got
Okay,
the actual actors. I've gotten to a point where I'm so successful that I have all the actual actors, and then we have these really cheesy like cuts where it's like they're about to take their clothes off and have sex, and then it cuts to like their stunt double. They're like,
Do you
well,
have
come on to
new-
your movie,
do
but
you
we're
have
not
new
actually gonna
names?
fuck.
Do you have new names for everyone though? Like Hawkeye.
I'm gonna
like,
actually
like,
get like Disney on
Hawkeye.
board.
Hot
Disney's
guy.
on board, so I can
Disney's
use their
on board.
names. Yeah. So
Disney's
it's more
gonna
of like
get
when they're
into
having
porn.
sex, it's like, oh, cockeye,
Hawkeye.
black dildo. That doesn't work.
Iron cock.
There we go.
They're all cock.
Captain Cumstain.
Well, most
Captain
of them are
Anus.
dudes,
I think I'm going with Captain Cumstain.
I like that one. What's Thor? Thorgasm?
Ooh, nice.
What's Hulk?
Thorny? Thorny. It's thorny. Who do we have for Hulk?
I don't know.
What we got for Hulk? Bulk. Bulge. We can go back to bulges.
It's just bulge. I've got to look there. I'm going to look it up on my computer because you know what? I'm doing it. So there's Avengers porn IMDb. I don't want to go to actual like porn.
Hell
on
yeah.
that one.
Yes, you do. Pornhub.
I want to see what they named everybody. Avengers XXX, a porn parody, 2012.
It's probably the same names, dude. They probably didn't change it.
Yeah, they called them all their regular names. That's not fun.
They don't give a shit.
They had a She-Hulk movie, 4.7 stars out of 10 on this Avengers movie. That's kind of a bummer.
Sounds whack.
Nice. A majority though was 10-star rating though. So, and almost every single vote was a man. So hopefully that.
Interesting. Surprise, surprise.
So yeah, I'm off that topic, but just wait till you see me on the big screen. Big budget porns coming your way with like the bougie special effects, and I might even make it where it's so off the rail where you don't even expect it to be a porn. You're like, this looks really good.
It's like in the middle of an action scene, they just start fucking.
But like 3/4 of the way through, like the
Instead of
movie's been pretty normal so far.
Yeah.
Instead of it's like, I have an army. Instead of we got a Hulk, it's like, we got a black dildo.
And then it's just like for like 30 minutes at the end, it's just like fucking for like the
Just
whole
nonstop
time.
for the
Yeah.
rest of the
It's
movie.
longer than the beginning.
It's a
That's my kind of
5-hour
movie.
3 hours in, it turns into a porno, and the last 2 hours are just sex.
Well, speaking of men and women,
Dude, this
your
guy's fucking
homie, your
crazy.
homie Steve Harvey has a weird opinion.
Horny.
Him and his
Steve Horny?
mustache. Him and his mustache. So apparently it's
mustache.
no shit. Apparently it's an old interview, but it resurfaced recently to where he said, and I kind of want your guys' opinion on it, that men cannot be friends with women. They're adding that it's women that men are attracted to, but I think in the interview he kind of goes on and keeps saying that just men can't be friends with women because they'll end up being attracted to them and, try to fuck.
Okay, so it should be known that this video is taken from, like you said, from 2010. People's opinions definitely change. I'm not saying that's okay to say that. People have done way worse things.
He's like, all my friends are dudes. I got no female. His wife probably had him in like lockdown.
That's what I'm assuming. Yeah, it was more of like his
And she's
wife.
like, are you watching, honey? All of my friends are guys. No females.
None of them are females.
None of them. Strictly dickly here, honey.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. There's definitely, I think I even had this like kind of idea when I was in like high school or middle
Dude, this
school. I'm like,
bullshit.
oh yeah, like, yeah, you're probably right. Like girls are only like, there for dating. I can't really be friends with them because I might be like attracted to them.
Yeah. What if like the next thing I know, I'm trying to fuck her?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, now what?
And now I'm like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with like, girls being friends with dudes and dudes being friends with girls. There's nothing wrong with it. You just gotta
I
make
think
sure
it's
you
like-
behave
I have
yourself and don't be
Friends,
weird.
I'm just not like super close with any women. Like,
Yeah.
Well, that's because
but,
like you got to think
we're-
about like how dudes think and talk. They talk like morons. They say stupid
Exactly.
shit all the
Well,
time.
exactly.
It's
You
very
just-
rare for a girl to talk.
Well,
like,
even if you don't, if you respect your friend, you're not gonna be like, oh fuck, I kind of want to fuck you,
it's just very like, I don't know, narcissistic to think that every girl wants to date you. So it's like,
yeah, exactly. It's so fucked up. That's the problem. The problem. I mean, I'm sure his opinions changed now, like you said, but the whole thing has a tone of, I'm so hot and everybody wants to fuck me,
or
that
it's
I
got the
can't-
tone of, I'm so horny, I can't, help it, and that's fine.
I can't risk it.
We horny gang in this podcast,
Yeah.
all for horny. Nothing
Hell
wrong with being
yeah.
horny. I'm pro horny, but yeah, it just sounds like he's really horny and he can't
He's
control
like-
himself.
He's like,
And
we
maybe-
remain.
Maybe you should stay away from girls.
He's like, we remain friends in hopes that one day there'll be a crack in the door, a chink in the armor, and trust. What the
Slide,
fuck?
and then he proceeds to say, "Slide in that crack the moment he gets the opportunity."
What the fuck, dude?
Couldn't have been a better choice of words ever.
This dude knows what the fuck he was doing, dude. He's a comedian at heart. Like, that's what he is.
Yeah.
He knew what the fuck he was doing.
Steve. See, it would have been way cooler if this was like recent news.
Yeah.
Like he said it last weekend.
Well, it came back up because I don't remember what the fuck was going on, but either somebody found it and they were bringing it back up, or he re-mentioned it. I forget what the fuck it was, but it was all over the place where they were dogging on the poor man Steve.
I mean, I don't like get that close with other women and like hang out with just women all the time, just because like I know that would make my wife uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, like-
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
And it makes perfect sense.
yeah. But it's not like, oh, I'm not hanging out with women because I can't control myself and they can't control themselves. You know, like it has nothing to do with that. It's just like
Every
be
girl wants to
polite.
bone the shit out of me. So,
You see this?
you
They
listening,
can't
wife?
handle it.
You listening? Every girl wants to bone me. That's why I'm not hanging out with them. Not because
you're-
I think
you're lucky.
you make you uncomfortable. It's more because they'd all want to bone me, and I don't have the time for all that sex.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't want to. It's just that I don't have the time for it.
Right? Yeah. I gotta find time for you, and taking care of the house and playing video games. I don't have time for sex with all these women.
Extra sex? Oof.
What?
Oh, thank you.
I have barely time for sex with you. No, I get it. Yeah. I mean, there can definitely be some like cool girls out there, but
Some cool
there's
girls.
not a lot of girls out there that are talking about like dicks all the time, like dudes do.
Well, dude, I just like you said, it's very narcissistic and it's also very horny.
I will say I do have like a habit of like my personality rubbing off on like my girlfriend. So yeah, she'll run around and like talk about dicks, but that's just because like my personality rubbed off on her. Poor choice of words.
His dick rubbed off on her.
You didn't hear about that? That was a news article that came out from the doctors, and my doctor told me this too. He said, the more rubbing off on your girlfriend or wife, the more personality they have of your own. So when you
I just
see
rub
like
off on her all the time.
Yeah.
when you see like relationships not really working out between like the husband and the wife aren't getting along, and they're like, well, we don't see eye to eye. It's like because they're not having sex. It's basic science. And my doctor at my checkup, he's like, well, have you been rubbing off lately with your girlfriend? And I'm like, obviously, to make sure that the relationship still works.
He's like, good.
Good, yeah.
Minimum twice a day, please.
Those two are really alike. And it's like, oh, yeah, they fuck all the time.
Yeah, they're healthy.
Become one. Yeah.
They fuck so much. They're basically the same person now. It's just like with the girls when they sync up on their periods. They start becoming the same
Fucking
person.
You fucking up, they become you.
Steve Harvey didn't want a bunch of himself, so he's like, I can't do this. Oh, man.
I'm so glad this story's back. I was so fucking worried about these dogs.
Yeah, I couldn't
You talk
sleep at
about this
night.
without me. If I don't go pee right now, my ball sack's gonna explode.
Oh, you're good.
Oh no. It was just too much girl talk. He couldn't handle it.
Yeah, he's like, oh, my balls are about to explode. This dude's not gonna go pee. He's got to go nut. It's nasty, dude.
Dude, you remember when we talked about this like a month ago, 2 months ago?
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, tell me about it.
So Lady Gaga had her 2 dogs kidnapped. They fucking shot her dog walker. Everybody was worried about the 2 dogs. Oh my god, poor dogs. Somebody give the people money who find them. Well, apparently this whole fucking thing was a lot more than it was made out to be. 5 people were arrested in the dog napping, including the woman who returned them.
They're all 5 of them are being held on a $1 million bail, each one of them. And they arrested James Jackson, Jalen White, and then Lafayette Whaley. And then also one of the dudes' father was also arrested. That's for like accessory.
Insane. Probably picking them up and shit.
Yeah. And and then so apparently like one of this 50-year-old lady got the reward.
But that's insane. Why did they arrest the lady that returned them?
Oh, I forgot this sentence. So Jennifer McBride was the one who returned the dogs, and McBride turned out to be in a relationship with the father that was arrested.
Oh. She's like, hold up. Lady Gaga's giving how much for these dogs? Give me them fucking dogs. I'll be right back.
So they didn't even. And so it said here they had no idea who the dogs were. Basically, Aaron was just talking about Lady Gaga's dogs that got stolen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so they arrested like 5 people because they're all together. It was kind of like a family.
This
Well,
is
so
fucking,
Stole their dogs.
yeah, it was a fucking operation.
Lady Gaga gave the reward to the lady that returned it. They found out the lady was having a relationship with the dad of the whole thing, so she got arrested too. So nobody got the reward. Lady Gaga got both of her dogs back. Unfortunately, somebody passed away because of all of it.
Yeah, it sucks.
But I'm glad there's 5 people in jail with $1 million bail, so they're going to be in jail for a long time. Bars, by the way.
Dude, have you ever seen that Denzel movie where the little girl gets kidnapped? He's like a personal bodyguard or some shit. Man on Fire. Oh,
I've seen parts of it though.
Well, I think he gets shot when the girl gets kidnapped. They should make a movie like this, like that, but about this story.
Also, John Wick.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, but the dogs didn't die.
Yeah, but it's like the same This one
But
one
we
wouldn't be
just
as
have a
cool
random dude die.
It'd be a lot cooler.
because some random dude died. I mean, I feel bad for him, but like,
How is
come
it
on.
cooler? Like, did Lady Gaga kill these people?
That would have been
No,
sick.
she paid them $500,000.
It's like John Wick except with just money.
This is like John Wick, but like 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you have my dogs? Here's $500,000. Thank you, bye. Oh, wait,
Go
you
to
stole my
jail.
dog? You're going to jail.
Well, so here's some crazy money news since we're all on the topic of money. So Zoe Roth, the girl that did that iconic picture of the house burning in the background, and she's a little girl that turns around with like that smug look on her face, like
Evil smile.
I did that. So she's 21 now. She made an NFT of the original, which again I still don't understand NFTs. Why can't you just screenshot it or
You can,
like I just?
but you're not the owner of that picture. It's just
Yeah,
about
but who
ownership.
cares?
That's all it is. It's just about saying I own this. That's all it is.
Which
So
is
yeah,
insane.
somebody
I mean,
owns
it's like
it now,
holding a
and they
physical
spent.
Mona Lisa. That's all
Yeah.
it really is supposed to be like.
True,
you
but
know,
it's the
plenty of
weirdest
people
part of
seen
it's
it.
digital.
Yeah.
The Mona Lisa is like physical. It's there. You can touch it. Where this is like, yo, you got it like a JPEG for $473,000.
God damn. Who'd she sell it to? Some fucking
Uh,
weirdo, probably.
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, that's
Find
insane.
A picture of a child.
Some dude that just collects memes.
I didn't notice about fun fact about this image. It was an intentional fire, so it was just a demonstration fire.
And she
And
just
the
happened to
little-
be there.
I'm sure it was like little kids were like there to watch it,
Yeah, exactly.
and she's like probably like mid smile here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's overanalyze this meme. So how do you feel about this? What do you think she was doing at this moment?
You know, I feel like she probably had to go take a shit. And at that moment, when she saw the fire, she kind of peed a little bit. And she's like, holy shit, it's raining. I mean, it's fire, not raining. And then she's like, oh, I think I just pooped myself. And now she's happy.
Mm. Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
No?
Well, good for this girl. She's got tons of money now. She's set. And apparently there's been $2 million in sales with like a bunch of memes like the Nyan Cat, Grumpy Cat, Keyboard Cat. It's
If
like,
only
the
man,
same dude,
became a
but it's
meme,
gotta
then
be-
I could sell my rights for my meme and I could become a millionaire.
It's got to be the same dude buying all these memes.
it's
gotta
just
be.
insane. But hey, it's fun. NFTs, I wonder if it's going to be a fad that, I don't know. I really don't understand it, honestly.
Let's see. Crypto.com. Let's see if we can find any good NFTs to buy. Oh, I have to sign up for something? No, thanks.
Well, since we're on the top of millions of dollars, that's just the theme of these past couple news articles we've been talking about. We're going to get in our weird news of the week. We've got quite a few. I think we have quite a few.
There's
We'll
quite
go
a
over.
bit of weird news this week.
But then I'm excited because this first one, as a big Yeezy stan, Kanye West's like original Air Yeezy that he wore at the Grammys, he had custom made when he was back with Nike, sold for $1.8 million. I think it was, I'll even just tell you, it was the first recorded sale for more than $1 million.
That's
Which is
insane.
it's ridiculous. And I think there was like an Air Jordan 1, the original 85 cut that was sold for like $400,000, maybe somewhere, a couple $100,000. Not even close to this Yeezy. And what's even crazier about this whole thing is a shoe reseller bought it. So like not even a person bought it, a shoe resale bought it.
So it's like a
you're
company.
See, yeah. Rares is what they're called.
It's got to be for like their office or something.
It's probably just going to sit and then sell for even more.
Yeah.
Could you imagine like when Yeezy just becomes more and more rich, or let's say Yeezy dies or something like that? That shoe's going to be like worth a ridiculous amount of money.
Hundreds of millions of dollars.
It already is worth a ridiculous amount.
Put it in a glass box right in the entryway of your place, and everyone can see it.
The shoe is 8 years old, and I can't even imagine what like it's got to be like falling apart if you try to put that on your foot.
It's got to smell like shit too.
Why would it fall apart? I mean, I have shoes that are old and like.
When you see like those, like it's just like all the glue. If it's just been sitting for like ever, like the glue probably doesn't fit right, or like the foam probably isn't like holding up well.
And they were prototypes, so they probably weren't made. It depends on the
shoe. I mean, there's some shoes that I have that like the outsole just like peels off if it sits too long.
Yeah.
But I mean, that shoe's not to be worn. That's more of a like, hey, look at what I've got.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It'll probably just sit on a shelf like in their office or something, and it'll be there forever.
That is insane.
$2 million.
That shoe sold for probably more than I'll ever make in my entire life.
No shit.
I'm not saying this podcast is going to the moon, so I don't know.
One day you'll sell that hat you're wearing for $2 million.
Yep. Wow. Just be ready, guys. How about this next one?
Yo, dude. Apparently everybody in Nebraska is named Josh.
People
very basic name.
There were some people that drove.
So hundreds of people. So for those that aren't connected to this insane story, hundreds of people with the first name Josh gathered in Nebraska with pool noodles for a battle royale that began as a joke on social media. Everybody there fought to the death, as there was only one winner to beat. No, I'm just kidding. Nobody died.
A few died.
Josh, nobody died.
No, I'm just kidding.
I think that we started another one, but with actual guns.
Yeah. For what? Kyle's?
Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
Kyle's and Todd's and Chad's
to survive.
So Josh Swain, 22-year-old college student from Arizona, said he was bored during the pandemic, and so as a joke, he sent a message to a few people who had the same first name, and he challenged them to a duel a year later. So he sent this last April in a park in Nebraska. They all showed up and fucking battled to see who was the winner.
4-year-old Josh Vincent Jr. was declared the winner.
So like, what were the rules exactly? They had the pool noodles. Was it like if you got touched by another pool noodle?
It's like LARPing. Yeah, it's like LARPing.
Because like, there's plenty of like videos of like a guy fighting and he gets hit and he just like keeps hitting more people. I don't know like if the rules were really enforced and they just like let a child win.
I have no idea. What happens if you show up and your name's not Josh? You get shot.
I mean, there are probably plenty of spectators. They probably like made sure you have like a license to like.
They did collect a fuck ton of. So it was like a fundraiser event. They collected like $8,000 and like 300 pounds of food. That's badass. And then Josh, the 4-year-old, got a Burger King crown. And was named the champion. That's awesome.
Nice. From the actual Burger King king.
He showed up. Apparently his name is Josh
really
too.
Josh, yeah.
That little kid owns Burger King now.
It's cool. Kind of just dumb, but I mean, hey, isn't everything just dumb in its own way?
It's insane, dude.
Yeah, did you also hear that the Girl Scouts in Virginia are working with the feds?
Fuck this, dude.
What are they doing? Like wiring them or what?
She's
wearing a wire.
This is some fucking suburb shit.
They're taking their drones and they're delivering cookies with the drone.
Oh yeah.
And I like how they're like, oh, this is so cute and it's a unique spin. We already know what they're doing. I already know they're working. They're spying on us.
That's all it is.
And that's
These
fine.
are little. Remember Agent Cody Banks? That's what these motherfuckers are right here.
If this means I have to have no contact with a Girl Scout
No
in.
little kids knocking on my door asking for $5.
You just hear, and you're like, oh shit, Girl Scout
But you
cookies.
gotta like pat down the person giving you your cookies.
Yeah.
It just fucking falls through your chimney.
I just wanted to bring this
never
one up
bought.
just to be on the lookout for the drones. Shoot them
People are
down.
people are gonna start shooting them out the sky for Thin Mints.
Honestly, yeah. I'm gonna go buy my BB gun so I can shoot these drones down and get free Thin Mints.
They're gonna have to weaponize their drones.
It's not like the Thin Mints are traceable, so
They're
Bye-bye,
starting to
Girl
put
Scouts.
Chips. Now they're putting chips in the cookies now.
Oh fuck,
Not only is it in your vaccine, but it's in your cookie. You're just eating the chips now.
dude! They're not
Sucking you through
making
the
any money
cookies.
off these cookies anymore. Then they're out here using drones. They're not making no money off these cookies now.
Didn't the Boy Scouts go broke?
yeah, because they
Next
sell
will be the Girl
stupid shit
Scouts.
like popcorn,
Yeah,
Girl Scouts next,
unpopped popcorn too, probably.
and
Guys, you want to
unsalted.
buy my $25 unsalted, unbuttered, unpopped popcorn? No,
It's
I'm gonna
actually
go over to
just
the girl that sells the $5 Thin Mints instead.
I've never bought Girl Scout cookies myself. I always get them from other people.
I love
My
them.
mom usually gives me a box.
I'm gonna
I
buy
haven't
some
bought-
now. Just like get a drone come to my house.
Free drone.
I'm moving to Virginia and getting drone cookies.
Drone cookies.
It tastes better with the altitude.
Yeah.
We got a couple more here. We'll speed through these so we have time to catch up on the last couple things here.
I'll go through this one pretty quick. So there was a German bomb squad that finds reported grenade. Turns out it was just a rubber sex toy.
In the woods, you forgot that specific detail.
Yeah, it was in the middle of the fucking woods. So they said that it was called to a wooded area in the city of Passau by a jogger that found a plastic bag with a grenade in it. Turns out when they get there, it was just a grenade-shaped object made out of rubber that was accompanied by 2 condoms, an empty bottle of personal lubricant, and a USB charging cord.
I love how it says here, it says the police said the bomb squad did an online search and confirmed the suspected explosive was a harmless sex toy. Just in case, you know.
Just in case. Let's do some field studies, guys.
I wish it was real. I wish there was like explosive dildos in the wild of like Germany.
They just grow naturally out in the woods.
No, there's some man's out here just like planting explosive dildos everywhere.
Just a big-ass sign says free dildos. There's a field of dildos. Every 10th one explodes.
Somebody just like, oh, no way, free? And just runs out there, explodes. It's a minefield. That'll be part of my movie I'm going to be making.
Oh, fuck.
It'd be the dildo minefield. It'll just take a weird turn. Wait, is this a field full of dildos?
Instead of field of dreams, field of dildos.
Yeah,
I love
nice.
to sit on my dildos.
Got to make sure we have that comedic relief.
Yeah, no shit. People blowing up, sitting on
It's a
dicks.
horror show, horror movie, super graphic, terrifying, black and white.
And just like, oh, I'm going to sit on this one. So we talked about something similar to this one at the kind of the beginning. There was a mannequin that was driving this dude. So he tried, for a little backstory, he tried to get through like the diamond lanes, the car share lanes.
Carpool lanes.
Yep. And he didn't have a passenger, so he just dressed up a mannequin to get away with it. And eventually he got caught. So this is very similar, where a police find reported COVID-19 violation. So they're called in for a COVID-19 violation. There was a lockdown violation, and they discovered an alleged illegal customer seated in the table.
Sounds very
Well,
Trumpy.
they found out that after going over and checking on it, it was a mannequin.
Fuck.
This
They
was
just
after
didn't-
they called the cops, too. This wasn't like, oh, some dude walked up and be like, hey, that's a mannequin. The cops got called, and the officer had to make the statement that says, yeah, it was a mannequin.
Because it says the officer got out and was looking in the window. I saw her looking at the mannequin. It's like, what the fuck? The cop was probably like, God damn it.
It's probably like one of those
Good to know.
headless mannequins that they have at the stores.
Yes, that would have been creepy. This was more of just like, the officer was like, yep, there was no issues here.
Not a
No
person.
violations. Just a
Thanks,
mannequin.
guys.
Waste of time.
Then they said, "Please don't call the police on us. We're only open for takeout and delivery. No eat-in." She's a mannequin to help us. Oh, it wasn't even the cops got called. Not even by the owners.
No, they got called by a person walking by or something.
Can that person just mind their own business?
Yeah, like jeez.
How the fuck can you tell it's a mannequin? Yeah, that person hasn't moved in a minute.
Have you seen it? It's a completely bald, fuzzy-looking mannequin with a mask around its neck with no food in front of it. Come on, stupid people.
Yeah,
Wow.
that mannequin could have given them COVID.
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up with this douchebag.
This fucking asshole. Who does he think he is? Better than me? Go for it. I don't even want to talk about this.
It just pisses me off, you know?
I'm gonna come find him and give him a wedgie.
You know, tell me how this one makes you feel, guys. A North Carolina 12-year-old graduating high school and college in the same week. I've been trying to fucking graduate college for 5 years now.
Dude, at 12 years old, I was trying to do other stuff that I don't want to say. How the fuck you graduating high school and college?
What grade are you in normally when you're 12?
Like 6.
6th grade?
What the fuck?
He will graduate community. Oh, come on. Community college? Really? This is the one you're going to say? I mean, it's still kind of a...
He's 12 years old, you asshole.
He's in his spare time during COVID-19. He was taking online classes at a local like community college, and you'll get his associate's degree on May 21st.
He's also cocky as shit.
He's going to graduate with his associates before he graduates in high school.
He is. He's also cocky as shit. He's like, I went through all the grades in school at a faster pace. I'm like a sponge. I take in knowledge very fast.
I hate this kid.
I fucking hate him. He's got a
4.0 GPA
Yeah.
at college and a 5.45 GPA in high school. Well,
He's
guess
gotta
what,
have
fucker? I had a higher one when I was in high school.
He's about to have a 4.0 kick upside his head, dude. Why the fuck you so smart?
Wait, how do you get a
But did you-
5.45? I had like a 4.67. How do you get a 5.45?
He's taking every class as AP. AP lunch, AP gym, AP everything. AP detention.
But then it just puts it on a 5-point scale. What the hell's on a 6-point scale?
Yeah,
I have
exactly.
no idea.
Maybe they're in North Carolina. They do a 6-point scale at their high school.
He's cocky as shit. He's like, a lot of people think I've given up on my child or somehow lost it. And I say to them, I'm having the time of
This
my
dude's
life.
going to be the next Elon. I have a good feeling about that.
Yeah, but did you
Just-
ever, like, when you were in high school or elementary school or middle or whatever, did you ever know any of the kids that, like, skipped grades?
Yeah, they're
Like-
weird.
Yeah, exactly. I knew one kid when I was in 7th grade, and he had skipped, I think, a grade or 2. I can't remember. It might have been 2 grades. He had a rat tail. And
The
he
kid's
had
gonna
no
be
friends.
weird.
And
Yeah.
he, like,
Big
just
time.
disappeared at one point. He just, no one knows what happened to him. He probably went to a different school, or maybe he went back to his normal grade because he couldn't take it. I don't know. But, like, that's the thing is, like, they're in a grade that's too high for them, and they haven't matured enough. That's
Socially,
usually the issue.
even
Exactly,
socially, they haven't
exactly.
matured. Yeah.
Well, let's get on to something a little more mature. Okay. Fuck that kid. I don't like him. He's going to grow up miserable.
Or be a
He's already
fucking
grown up.
bajillionaire.
Now it's time to make money.
This is something new. I've never heard about this before, but we're into relationship advice. My favorite part of the whole week. I am not even over exaggerating. There's always some good ones. We get a little deep sometimes, though, which gets a little depressing. So, this happened 3 days ago. So, or should I, 19 female, tell my boyfriend, 19 male, that I sneeze when I'm horny? So I have this weird condition where I sneeze when I'm aroused. Yes, it's a real thing, unfortunately. Lots of things can trigger it. Dirty thoughts, experiencing something that turns me on. I have never told anybody about this because why would I? Anyway, so when I first started dating my boyfriend, he was my crush for the longest time. I kept sneezing like crazy. The slightest thing would trigger a ridiculous sneezing fit. I just blame it on my allergies. One time we were making out and I sneezed on his face. I sneeze a lot around him, and a couple weeks ago he was very concerned and asked me if we should do anything about my allergies. He was Googling about it, and he even brought some nasal spray. I wanted to tell him the truth, but felt too awkward. I know that it shouldn't be awkward now. We're in a relationship, but it feels like maybe I shouldn't do it. I feel like it's going to get weird. We've been together for 3 months. Well, that's not a long time.
No, what the
And if my girlfriend's listening, actually, this is me too. So I suffer from severe allergies. Well, that's a lie. I don't. When I get horny, I sneeze.
Yo, sounds like she's horny all the time.
Me too. I sneeze all the time. So the secret's out, world. I don't have allergies. I'm just horny 24/7. That's so.
I think you might want to go get this shit checked out.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like that maybe she knows it's a real. I mean, what are you gonna do about it? Plug your nose?
I don't
Take
fucking
allergy
know.
medication.
I wonder what that like.
I
how
bet
does
you
that
it's something
even-
that's conditioned. Maybe the first time she got aroused, she sneezed like crazy. She was really allergic to something.
Yeah, maybe like
She's
allergies
just
get her horny.
allergic to
Allergies get her.
It's just like a subconscious nervous system thing. I had
That's
to
what
look
I'm
it up.
saying.
But they say like your body might be triggers some things, and it could lead to sneezing in some people.
It's like people that laugh when they're nervous and shit like that.
Yep, sexually induced sneezing is a real thing.
Obviously.
Damn it, my
Vin.
secret is out.
I think
If you
what
ever
she
catch
needs
me sneezing anywhere, I'm probably horny.
I think what she needs to do is tell him and hopefully confuse the shit out of him, because next time she gets allergies, he's gonna be like, ah,
You might
hell
think
yeah.
it's kind of hot. You're like, damn, okay, this is kind of unique. She's quirky.
They're out in the middle of, they're probably at church and she sneezes and he's gonna look over and be like, oh, fuck
You know how hard
yeah.
it's gonna be not to sneeze. You're gonna be like, it's a dude thing. I'm gonna tell you guys, it's a deep secret with dudes. But sometimes you just pop a random boner.
Yeah.
What happens
Yo.
when, like, what if that's linked too?
She pops
just
a
like,
random sneeze.
Fuck. I'm
You're like
horny
in
now.
a meeting and you're like, you see your coworker sneezing and you're like, oh man, really, dude? Like, we're in a meeting. Not even grossed out by your germs, just like, why are you horny right now?
Why are you, what the fuck's got you so horny right now?
Yeah.
You just got fired. Why are you horny?
Man, well, I mean, we're getting off topic, but basically, all she needs to really do is just tell him.
She needs to,
Yeah,
because it'll
exactly.
be great.
He might think it's kind of cool, honestly. I would
He's
think
gonna-
if my girlfriend came up to me and said that she sneezed when she got horny, I'd be like, that's kind of cool.
He's gonna be so confused though, because anytime she sneezes, he's gonna think she's horny.
Well, she
But
built
it's like
this
a fit.
lie.
As long as it's not a fit, he should know.
She built this lie.
They'll be hanging out having Thanksgiving dinner, and she smells
just
some,
sneezing like
smells
crazy.
some pepper, and he's like, "Oh fuck, guess we gotta go fuck."
Grandma farts and she just sneezes right after. Ah, damn it.
This bitch kinky. Oh shit.
Well, poor girl. Not poor girl. That's sick. That's cool.
That's sick.
Don't be embarrassed by it. That's awesome.
At least you know when you're horny now. You know?
I think she already knew when she was horny. Now everybody else knows when she's horny.
Last
That's
thing
the
you need
thing.
is not to know when you're horny. That would suck.
So we got speed BuzzFeed.
Speed BuzzFeed quiz of the week.
Butt feed.
This one's more of this is a lot of talking points on this one.
This is a good, this is a little talking point one. So I'll start it off and we'll try to talk quick. But the title, let's argue over whether these 17 normal American things are actually super strange. And number one is saying the Pledge of Allegiance at school every morning weird?
100%.
Dude, I
Cult.
agree.
It is so culty.
It's like, what the fuck?
We did
Why?
it in elementary school and it stopped after that, and I completely forgot all about it.
I think I did it. We did it in high school too. It was a high school thing.
Why?
Yeah, we never did it in high school. What are you talking about? When
Yes,
you
we
do
did.
in
It was
high school?
100%. Yes.
Every day? No.
Yes.
You know what this reminds me of?
Your class was weird. They never did it. and
Yes.
I don't remember
I
it.
swear.
No,
I
we
swear.
never did it.
It reminds me of like you're at it reminds me of like Nazi Germany. You've got to like worship this or else.
Yeah.
If you don't do this first thing in the morning, you're gonna die.
Like, it's different with having pride in your country versus
Yeah.
like
At some point, it
worshiping
just
your country.
it just takes it away.
Because it's like making children do this is
Yeah.
odd. Like, it's different if you want to pledge as an adult with free choice, but making your child every day,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nope. It's weird as hell. I'll go with this. What are the pharmaceutical commercials that casually list all the side effects weird? Yes. They are weird because it just is like, oh yeah, by the way, you're feeling sad. Well, take this depression medicine and you're gonna feel great. By the way, side effect is severe depression, and it's like
leaky
what?
butthole.
Yeah.
Side effects might be vivid dreams of killing yourself.
Yeah,
and it's like
So
no.
either this really works or it really doesn't work.
It really works, but there's this severe takeaway from it.
Would you rather not know then?
I'd rather than say it and not oh, by the way, you're in a diarrhea.
Yeah, like really fast and like the background, like. But I mean, they do usually say you should talk to your doctor before taking any of those kinds of things, and your doctor should hopefully know whether it might or might not affect you. But
Yeah,
I got the next one for you. Is putting a ton of ice in your coffee weird? I think it is.
no,
I
I
don't
don't
like
think that
coffee,
one's that weird.
so
I
I
mean,
don't
everybody has
really
a personal
care.
preference.
I think it is because coffee's a natural warm drink. Like it was
Yeah,
made
but
to be
you
drunk.
got iced
drank warm.
coffee.
yeah,
You don't like
It's
slamming an
called
iced
iced
coffee?
coffee.
Iced coffee
No,
hit different.
I don't because I think it's weird. Like it's not meant to be drank that way.
That now it just sounds like
sometimes pizza was made hot, and sometimes when you eat pizza cold, it's good.
Okay, that's a whole nother conversation. No,
it's
it's
not.
not.
made
It's the
cold.
thing,
I eat
you're,
it hot
you're upset
sometimes.
because coffee was made hot and you're not drinking it hot. Pizza was made hot and you're not eating it hot. Like,
I'm not eating it hot. I'm not eating cold pizza either.
but cold pizza is good.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm gonna say it's not weird.
Maybe you just need to experiment more with your food.
Well, guess what? We're in the majority. 65% say it's not weird. So
well, that's how America works.
you enjoy
apparently.
your
The
boring,
white man
dark
rules.
hot coffee. I'm gonna enjoy my fun iced coffee when I'm kind of feeling hot. Aaron, you can get number 4.
Is it weird to have a drinking age of 21 even though you can vote and go to war at 18?
I think it is.
Yeah, I mean,
I also
so,
think
like,
it's weird that we have
my
like different
parents
ages.
My parents grew up. It was 18, and it like switched over, and so they got grandfathered in.
It should just be 18 everything.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
I
Then
agree with
again,
that
though,
because
or it should be 21 everything because 18 everything's too close to high school. Where like the whole thing with like Juuls a couple years ago.
Yep.
It's like you've got friends that can be 18, just buys you a fuck ton of Juul pods.
Yeah,
but I agree with you where you just pick one age and that's everything.
Yeah.
I don't think you need one age for driving, one age for this, one age for that, one age for that.
so you can't drive till you're 21 now.
no,
Well, no, I don't like that. Yeah, no.
I think that should be separate. Okay, disregard driving, but
Yeah,
I just think the rest of it should be one age.
Yeah,
well, like,
driving's fine at 16. I think that the more of like a lot of this more adult stuff, yeah, 21, because then you can
at
really
18,
get the.
you still know a lot of high schoolers. By the time you're 21, you've left high school behind and you don't care about any of those people anymore.
Yeah, but
I
if you're
think
gonna be if you're gonna be a shithead in high school, you're gonna be a shithead after high school. So honestly, it doesn't really matter.
This is a big list, and I mean, I don't know if you guys are down, but we can save a few of these for next week because I really enjoy
kind of
these.
like it. 'Cause this next one's gonna be really good.
So we'll stop at like 5,
Yeah,
and then
let's
we'll
do this one and
we'll pick
finish
up
there.
some more next week because I really like this one. It's just there's 17, so it'll take us forever to get through all of them.
This
So
next one.
this will be the last one.
amazing.
Is having large gaps in public bathroom stalls weird?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Why would you say
Well,
no?
yeah,
here?
what's the point of the door?
Okay,
you
so
know,
I
if
would
you're just gonna
say
be able to
the
see?
only way that it's not weird is I feel like maybe the smell is trapped too much if they go all the way down. Like
Well,
it
it's
helps.
not that. They're
circulate.
talking about like gaps in like where the door like itself opens and closes. Like there's a gap here where like the hinges and stuff.
Well, that's
like,
just
so
poor
people as walking
craftsmanship.
Through can just see.
But
Yeah,
that's
a
how
lot of
they all
bathrooms
are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
I
take
feel
it
like
as
if-
well.
if
How
you're
about
worried-
the gaps in the bottom where you can see? I don't know because then you can
The
see people's
bottom
feet.
gap is fine. Like that lets you know there's somebody in there.
Yeah, I think that one's fine because otherwise you don't know if anybody's in there.
That's not weird. I like seeing straight through to some guy pooping.
Yeah, might as well just take off the doors. I've
And
heard
if you're
about
worried
that.
about smell, ventilate your bathroom a little better.
Yeah,
There's a couple. I know a lot of the bathrooms and like on in the lifeguard towers in like California, they don't have stall doors.
Problem solved.
Taz
You worried
from
about a
Morning
large gap?
Fiasco,
No
He-
gap now.
his high school took away their doors.
Yeah,
That's
fuck it.
insane.
I don't remember what happened. They got in trouble and they took away their doors. So
It's just
you're
community poops.
Yeah, but you're just pooping there, and like somebody walks by and they're like, "Oh."
And there's just guy code that it's like it's difficult to poop in public as a dude.
Yeah.
There's just something about it. So yeah, it's
that was
weird.
great.
And
We'll
I'm
have to
about
keep going
84%.
next week.
So we'll pick up a little tease. Our big school pep rallies weird. We'll find out next week.
Next week.
So bra moment. Let's hear it. Odd, you can go first.
Oh, I gotta go first again this week.
Oh, did you? Okay, I'll go. And mine's not really. I guess it is a bra moment. So we talked about how like, oh, I was feeling better, Sunday with the vaccine and everything like that. Well, like, man, like every single day this week, specifically like Monday, I woke up and I felt fine. Or no, it was Tuesday. I felt fine. I went out for a run. I'm like, I feel good finally. This is nice because I felt like shit so much. And I get done and all of a sudden, like from 8 in the morning until 8 at night, the room just would like spin at 100 miles an hour. I felt like I was hungover all day. If I stood up too fast at like work, I felt like I was going to pass out in like the day. And it just like, it never stopped until finally like today. So my bra moment is really just with the vaccine. It's like, chill, man. Why'd you have to kick my ass so hard? And then I hear fellow individuals
Fellow
that
vaxxers.
don't even have to deal with anything. They're just like, oh yeah, I just like, it's fine. I was kind of tired. And I'm out here just getting my ass handed to me for like a week straight.
All right, I guess I'll go next. So we moved to this new neighborhood a little bit ago, to this new house, and turns out that we've got this service that we didn't know we had, where people come clean our dog shit, which I think is insane. And we kept seeing these treats. I think I talked about this a while back ago about the treats just showing up at the door. And so my dumbass goes out there last week after we had
Eats 'em.
recorded eats the dog treats. No, goes out, and I'm like walking through this whole yard, and I'm like, yo, are my dogs sick or like what the fuck is going? Because I'm looking for poop and I can't find any fucking poop to pick up, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on here? And I come back inside, I ask my wife, I'm like, hey, have you picked up the poop? Like, are the dogs okay? Like, do we need to take them to the vet, make sure they're not like constipated? She's like, the people that pick up the poop were just here like a day ago. That's why there's none out there. And I'm like, oh fuck. I spent like a whole 20 minutes walking around the whole yard looking for poop. And
It's like
It's like
Easter
Twilight
Zone.
Zone, and like
Yes,
they
it's
go
like
into like a
Easter.
city and there's nobody there. You're like, am I the last man alive?
yeah, am I the last poop picker upper?
Is poop, where did the poop go?
Looking for some Easter dog eggs, you know.
Yeah.
Aaron?
This morning I woke up and my phone was
Nice.
at 13% battery.
Oh,
Like I plugged it in last night. I even
That's, like,
like
the
checked
worst.
to make sure it was charging, and everything's plugged in. Like sometimes, like if something, but it was all plugged in, and like I like adjusted the thing and I moved it up a little, and it like was like bing, it's charging. I was like, what the fuck? So in the middle of the night, it just slid down a little bit, and just didn't charge it the entire
it's
night.
those gas station chargers he'd be buying.
Well, I bought one of these like
extension cable.
I
Oh,
bought one of these fancy like cool like 3 set where you could charge your AirPods, your watch, and your phone all at the same time. Well, for some reason when I upgraded the new iPhone,
it never
the
charges
wireless
it.
charger does not work.
That's
It doesn't work for that phone. The only way that I can get it worked fine with my last phone. The only way that I can get it to specifically work, and the only reason I'm bringing this up because I'd wake up just like Aaron here with like 10% on my phone. I'd have to basically tilt the phone upside down, angle it at a perfect angle, so that way it would detect it for it to charge for some stupid reason. And maybe it's just a ploy for me to buy their like magnet charger.
Apple doesn't want you to use anything else. If they can, they will. I had an Apple iPhone and I had like an off-brand cable that was really long, so I could charge while on the couch from farther away. And at one point, it just like when you plugged it in, Apple was like, "No, you can't
One
use
of
this
these.
cable." It like popped up and like wouldn't come. It wouldn't work with that cable because they knew it wasn't their cable anymore.
Yeah.
Now
They
I
were
have
just
a-
like, yo,
I
we
have a
introduced
Google
this
phone.
cool magnet thing on the back of your phone. Why aren't you using it?
Stupid.
And it's like, I don't want to buy the $50 charger when I've got this one that works just fine.
It'd be nice if it was
I like-
$50.
I got like a really cheap one on sale from Verizon. It was just a Verizon off-brand one, and I bought it, and it works with my phone. It doesn't like speed charge it or anything, but I can
Right.
just like easily set it down on it, and it charges it when I'm just like not using it at the table and stuff. So it's nice.
Well, this has been a juicy podcast. A great number 11 to
I liked it.
start the weekend off. Now, I have to ask you, pals, to butthole or not to butthole? And what I mean by that is, are you pro butthole or anti butthole? And we don't need to go into any details, but all I'm saying is, you down with the butthole? You're like, damn, the butthole cute? Or you're like, no. And I'm not even talking about like sexual stuff. You're just like, I like the look of a butthole.
So like you said earlier about me, you told me I was an anti-vaxxer. Well, I'm also an anti-buttholer.
Nice. Good to know.
I am pro butthole. This message is sponsored by Odd, where we are pro butthole.
I'm
kinda
I'm indifferent. I'm like, yeah, they're there. I like it. It's a thing. So we got two pro buttholes and an anti buttholer.
Yeah,
Really shows.
really shows.
The buttholes?
Yeah, I guess I was right at the beginning about you, huh?
Let it be known, Chris Kirkpatrick does not like buttholes.
Chip Skylark is anti butthole.
I like to just discover a little bit more about each other every episode. And I know a few episodes back, we were asking, what music do you listen to while you fuck? So this is in that same vein.
No music.
Nice,
R&B, bro.
It's just perfectly quiet when we.
nice, dead silence.
Just
You know, sometimes you're too lazy for like music. You just gotta like stick something on, like maybe a fan, so there's like some noise.
Nope.
Silent sex is something else. You
It's
know,
not silent, but nothing else.
Aaron's like, I'm going to town. There ain't no
that shit ain't
silence here.
quiet. What you talking about? Silence.
Yeah. Who has
Cool,
quiet
good to know.
sex?
I feel
Yeah,
like
nobody
I
has
don't
quiet.
know. I
If
mean-
you have quiet sex,
because there
You
was
must
like
be at a
there was
church.
the butthole
Well, that was like what
renaissance.
sucks about like apartments though. Like,
Yeah.
like,
Why does that suck? You gotta let them know you're fucking.
no, dude.
assert your dominance.
Yeah.
I don't like it when the neighbors like. There was one time like that when I was at the townhouse that we just left, like the neighbors all of a sudden just like
Oh
it
fuck!
was like crazy loud all of a sudden. She was just screaming. You're like, what the fuck?
And
like,
your
that was-
wife just started sneezing all the time. It was really weird. So that's why you guys left.
Like I was messing with like stuff, so I had like unplugged everything, and so the Wi-Fi wasn't out, so like my music like had stopped playing on my speaker, and so all of a sudden like I'm waiting for it to all reconnect because I'm like moving it all around, and like it's just like quiet in the apartment, and like all of a sudden you just hear screaming, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And
Well,
their room was right next to Will's, but he had his headphones on, and they're having sex, and the wall is shaking, but he didn't notice because he's playing video games. I was like, Did you
and
hear
you're-
that? He was like, no.
And your
Ow.
wife's like, oh, so glad we moved because now my allergies are back to normal. I'm not
Rachel
sneezing
wasn't
anymore.
home. She was at work during that.
Yeah, because she couldn't. She'd be sneezing.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it. So yeah, I just wanted to know a little bit more about you guys. Then there was like the butthole renaissance a couple years ago, where everybody's talking about buttholes. So good to know.
I don't remember it. The butthole renaissance.
Yeah, it was. I think last year. I'm gonna look it up. The butthole renaissance. I can't even spell renaissance. Anyway, it was all about ass eating season. You guys not remember that?
I remember. I had
Yeah.
I have a shirt.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was
bought a sh-
doing over at
I
spring
bought a
break.
shirt.
I bought my ass eating season shirt. So, but it was this thing where everybody was all into it. So that's how I wanted to end it.
I missed
Thank
it.
you for listening.
Maybe
and,
I'd be more into buttholes if I hadn't missed it.
No, man, yeah, that's the thing. You missed the renaissance.
Dang it.
I'm just into sneezing now. So
All right, peace, everybody.
Penis.
Later.
Penis.
that was solid. That was a good one.